Okay, story time. I put a PFA on a girl. Yep, I put a PFA on a girl. Yeah, I called the police on her, booked her. Yep, I did. I did. I put a PFA on a girl. Give me a second. I meet this girl on Facebook. She comes at me. She likes me. All right. When I meet her, she has like a bunch of hair on her head like mine. I just came home from feds, got an ankle bracelet on. Call her up to take her on a date on one of my little windows. Man, we go out, meet up with her, and when I meet her, she has no hair. She had the whole Jada Pinkett thing going on. For real. Like there's a group for that on Facebook. And you know, Will Smith had smacked Chris Rock, and she was talking to another bald head girl on the phone and was like, yeah, but you know, she's not dealing with it the right way. I mean, everybody's gone through it. Like there's a real Facebook group for the girls with no hair. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy to me because I couldn't understand how she got it. So she got the little joint sat down on there and it looked nice. But when she met up with me, she wanted to go out with the no hair joint going on. I'm not offended by it or nothing like that. But I just was like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? She's like, if you can like me like this, you can like me. I'm fresh on. This is about to be my first set of cheeks. So I was like, eh, don't judge me. Just go with me. Just follow me for a minute. Boom. We go out. We start messing around. She starts to try to buy me all types of stuff. I keep telling her no. Because the way she's buying me stuff, I'm seeing that she's going to take stuff. You dig what I'm saying? Time goes on. The girl's coming to my house and everything. I start realizing stuff is missing, like tools and little stuff. And I'm like, Dad, I'm like, what's up? And I'm like, I got stuff missing from here. So, you know, I ain't never say nothing. Then one day, me and her got in an argument and she took my Roku controller. Now I didn't know nothing about getting an app for the Roku controller. So I'm sitting in the crib, I got no controller for the TV. So I keep telling her, I'm like, you know what, this ain't gonna work. I already know it's not gonna work. I see where we going. This is not it. She was at work. She sent me a picture of herself at work, like, I can't even work without you. And she's like this, like, I'm like, come on, man. Now, the thing was, she was giving me food stamps that she would get from some people up her way. If you know, you know. So I had called her up one day. We had kind of like left it alone or whatever. As a matter of fact, it was my dad's birthday, July 9th. Rest in peace, Pops. I say to her, you know what I mean? You still good for the food stamps? She said, yeah. So I had to go down to the halfway house to check in because you have to check in every week when you're on home confinement, whatever. When I go down there, my car stops downtown. So now I need to, you understand what I'm saying? I need to get home. So I call my mom up. My mom say, ain't old girl supposed to be bringing some food stamps to you? I said, yeah. She said, well, have her come get you. I said, Ma, you know, I'm not even trying to rock out with her like that. It's my window and everything. I was like, and I'm not trying to do that because it's going to cause some other stuff. My mom talks me into it, whatever. I call the girl up. Me and her slide out. We go to the mall. Then we go hit one bar. Then we go hit another bar. And then we get us some of them little slushies from the gas station. Right? Now, she was a little bitty broad. Cute little body. She probably was like under a buck 25. Alright. And her being under a buck 25 is really not my type because I don't like itty bitty women. But I dealt with her, whatever. We come back to the house. She wants to come in. I'm like, no, I don't want her to come in. She's drunk. She says to me, can I use the bathroom? I say no. She goes over to my bushes. She gets down. We sitting outside. I got no shirt on. I got my shorts on, and I got my ankle bracelet on. That's it. I don't even got no shoes on. We sitting outside on a in the yard on the patio joint, and she's acting real drunk and everything. And she's like, "Just have sex with me one more time." Her car is parked in my driveway. I say, "All right, man, we're gonna go get in the car." Get in the car, bust her down. She's still acting drunk. She's swerving. You know when somebody is acting drunk. Like, come on, man. People don't do that unless you're 14, 15 years old, right? So we go sit back down. I'm like, here, man, I'm going to call your son up, have him come get you. You know what I mean? Him and your dad could ride down, and one of them could drive the car back up. She says, all right. Calls on her phone. Call on her phone. They said they on their way. Now, she lived like an hour and something away. She lived on the borderline of West Virginia. I'm from Pittsburgh. All right? She lived in Uniontown. If you know, you know. Okay? So now she's sitting there. We sitting outside. She spills a little bit of her slushy onto her phone. So she takes the case off the phone. She drives her phone off. She starts asking me questions about why I don't want to be with her. I'm like, look, man, this isn't just going to work. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on, but it's not going to work. So as we're sitting there, her phone rings. And the guy's on the phone. And she sobers up and she says, okay, where are you at? All right, send me your location. So when she hangs up the phone, she kind of sobers up and she's about to go drive. And I say to her, that's why I don't want to mess with you. Because you be lying. And she said, I never lied to you. I said, yes, you have. She said, okay, I just lied that time, but I haven't lied to you before. I said, you have. I just ain't never said nothing. Man, this little bitty broad swung on me. Yeah, and pushes me down out my chair. So when she pushes me down, she tries to come at me. I grab her wrist and I'm like, yo, chill, man. What's wrong with you? Chill. She pulls off of me and she gets up and she says, stop choking me. Now, I got some crazy neighbors across the street and behind me. They don't like me. I don't like them. Long story. Tell you about it some other time. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, shoot. She say, call the police. They gonna call the police. And I'm on federal house arrest, which means I'm basically still on a form of parole because I'm still in BOP custody. So I'm like, yo, man, just be quiet, chill. She's still screaming and she's backing up to her car, choking herself. So I go up on my porch and I'm like, yo, you gotta leave. She's like, no, call the police. I see my neighbor's lights come on. When I see them lights come on, I know somebody's calling the police. So I told her, yeah, you going to jail. I went in the house and grabbed the house phone because my phone was still on the table next to her phone. 911. Ding, ding, ding. Excuse me. I got this girl here and yeah, she's wilding out. So she goes and she grabs my phone and her phone and drives off. And I said, and she just took my phone. Boom. She drives off, she leaves. The 911 lady's on the phone with me. What's going on with her? I tell her what's going on. I'm like, look, I'm calling y'all because I'm on house arrest. And if this happens, I can go back to jail. So I got to call y'all to, cover my own, you know what I'm saying? So boom, I go ahead and I do that. So I'm standing out on the porch. I go out there, I look. I see her phone is still there, but her phone case is gone and my phone is gone. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I see she done mashed out on her little car. Then she come back around, flying. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I think she coming back around. The 911 lady's like, go in the house, go in the house. I'm like, what? She like, go in. I'm like, no, I'm cool. So the girl pulls up. When she pulls up, she screams out the window. I see her on the phone. She says, give me my phone. I say, I don't got your phone. You're on your phone. I'm not on my phone. I'm like, what? So the 911 lady's on the phone. She is like, did she got your phone? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what's your number? I give her my number. She said, man, she's calling 911 on your phone. I said, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So boom. She goes here, she does that. The police come around. It's an older white guy. Man, what's going on? I tell him what's going on. A young black dude comes around. What's going on? I tell him what's going on. They separate us. I'm down the street a little bit. I'm like, look, man, I'm on house arrest. Boom, boom, boom. Young black dude's like, man, what's up with her, man? What's going on? I said, man, I just came home, and I just met her not too long ago, just a couple of months ago, like April. You feel me? I met her. It's June. I'm like, the girl's crazy. He like, oh, yeah, you gave her some of that fresh out of jail dizzle. I'm like, oh, you're wild. So me and him over there laughing. She's over there talking to the other cop, going in. Next thing I know, 2 lady cops pull up. A tall, blonde-haired white lady and some thick, I'm talking about thick, sexy black chick, a couple inches shorter than me. So she walks over. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, man... and as I'm saying it, the other black cop jumps in like, man, he just came home from prison, so you know what's going on. She looked at me like this. What you do to her? I'm like, chill, I ain't do nothing to her. The other black cop say, man, you know what he did to her. She gonna smile. I said, chill, we ain't gonna do this. I said, look, she got my phone. She said, she got your phone right now? I said, yeah. I got the house phone. She said, call it. I call it. Boom, she walks over there. Man, give me this phone. He got my phone. She's like, you got her phone? I said, man, I don't got her phone, man. Her phone's over there on the table. I never touched it. She went over there. She said, man, your phone's right here. So now she's screaming, saying it, all of this stuff go on. The white cop comes over to me. The lady cop, she come over to me and she like, yo, what's going on, man? What's up? She said you choked her. I said, man, I just came home, but one thing I learned about was that Ring camera, and I got them all over the house. I got one facing this way, I got one facing the front, and I got one in the back. You can see all of them. She said, okay. Boom. Run the Ring camera back for her. She look at it. Oh, she's going to jail. Yeah, she's going to jail. She's going to jail. Boom. Go out there. They arrest her. Feel me? The next day, I go to church. These people leave her car in front of my house. I'm like, man, tow that joint. Get that thing away from my house, because when she get out, she got to come back here. They like put a PFA on her. I'm like, ah. So I had to go down there and put emergency PFA on her, right? So I come out of church right down the street from my house. When I come out of church, she on the back of some nigga's motorcycle. And she just staring at me. I said, oh, man, this ain't going to be the end of this. About a month later, I get called to the halfway house. They like, you ain't tell us you had police contact. I said, I never had police contact. They said, yeah, they came serve you a PFA. They never served me a PFA. I got a GPS monitor on. I wasn't at home. I don't know nothing about none of that. Look on the Ring camera. Sure enough, the sheriff came. I had to go down there and talk to them and let them know, like, man, y'all didn't serve me and y'all lied. But one thing about the state of Pennsylvania, it don't matter. In the state of Pennsylvania, anybody can get a PFA. Ain't got to be no proof about nothing, man. She got a PFA a month and a half later in Uniontown, and they said they saw chokes on her neck. I didn't even get the information, so I couldn't even go fight it. Ain't that crazy? But I'm going to tell you what. Yeah, I put a PFA on a broad. And I advise you guys, man, don't be letting these girls come out here and do all types of stuff. You a sucker for that, man. I'm going to tell you right now, we got to change the narrative. Because if you do anything strange, you're going to jail. You understand me? You understand me? You're going to jail. You see what I'm saying? And these chicks be thinking they could just do whatever to you. And they can't. They can't. I'm standing up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I set the template. Yeah. I put a PFA on a broad. I need to make better decisions. That's all I can say to you.